Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. It all began with a wave of whispers sweeping across the Golden Bachelor community. Quiet at first, then louder, then suddenly everywhere. Rumors of a secret split between Joan and Chalk Chapel began bubbling up online, sending fans into full-on detective mode. People were analyzing pictures, studying social media likes, and even comparing backgrounds of their posts like they were hunting for hidden clues. Joan, who won the hearts of millions with her calm charm and gentle warmth, had somehow found herself in the middle of a storm she never expected. And Chalk, steady, confident, and always smiling, was being pulled into that same whirlwind right alongside her. But before we dive into what Joan finally said, let's rewind and return to the beginning, to the moment the world fell in love with this couple. When Joan stepped onto the Golden Bachelorette stage, she instantly became one of the most beloved leads the franchise had ever seen. She carried herself with maturity and softness, the kind that comes from living, loving, losing, and still choosing hope. Her season felt different. Less chaotic, more tender, almost like watching two people rediscover the joy of being seen again after years of feeling invisible. And then came Chalk. From the second he appeared, viewers couldn't help but notice how he looked at Joan, as if the entire room disappeared and she was the only person left under the lights. Their chemistry was not flashy or dramatic. It was slow, warm, steady, like a sunrise. Every conversation, every small laugh, every gentle touch made millions of fans whisper, "This is the one." Their final moments together in Bora Bora sealed the deal. The glow of the ocean, the promise of a new chapter, the way Chalk held her hands and spoke with sincerity, it all painted the perfect picture. They left engaged, excited, and ready to merge their two worlds into one. But life after the show is never as simple as the cameras make it look. The first hint that something unusual was happening came when Joan and Chalk began posting less frequently together. Fans noticed immediately, because fans always notice everything. Suddenly, one missing photo turned into 10 theories. A day without a joint update turned into 100 comments demanding answers. Did they argue? Was distance an issue? Did someone have a change of heart? And the biggest question of all, were Joan and Chalk secretly no longer together? The rumors spread so fast, it felt like the entire internet turned into a giant megaphone blasting the same question: what's really going on? As the buzz grew louder, Joan stayed silent for a while, longer than fans expected. She continued posting her usual warm, thoughtful updates, but nothing about Chalk, nothing about the engagement, nothing about the future they had once described with so much excitement. Some fans panicked, some jumped to conclusions, and some, being the loyal supporters they are, insisted everything was fine and people were just overthinking. But Joan knew she couldn't stay quiet forever. Then, finally, the moment came. Joan addressed the rumors, not with anger, not with frustration. Instead, she did it the way she does everything, with honesty, calmness, and a touch of humor that instantly reminded everyone why they loved her in the first place. She gently explained that their relationship was not falling apart. There was no secret breakup, no dramatic behind-the-scenes battle, and no hidden heartbreak that she was keeping from the world. She shared that real relationships, especially later in life, come with unique challenges. Families, responsibilities, distance, careers, and past wounds all become part of the equation. And she reminded everyone of something so simple, so human, that it silenced even the loudest rumor mills. Love takes time, love takes patience, and love takes two people willing to grow through the uncomfortable moments. Chalk, ever the supportive partner, also chimed in with his signature optimism. He made light of the whole situation, joking that he didn't realize missing a couple of social media posts could cause a nationwide panic. He laughed, Joan laughed, and for a moment even the fans laughed.
the kind of laughter that releases tension people didn't even know they were holding. Joan admitted that she and Chalk were still learning to blend their routines, their families, their lifestyles. They weren't rushing into anything. No wedding date, no pressure, no dramatic declarations, just two adults enjoying the rare chance to start fresh. And maybe that's what made their story even more beautiful. She described Chalk as steady and heartfelt, someone who makes her feel grounded even on the days she doubts herself, someone who listens, someone who understands her past and is excited about her future but isn't forcing either direction. Fans who had felt nervous suddenly felt relief. Those who had doubted began apologizing in the comments section, and those who always believed in them flooded the internet with messages celebrating their relationship all over again. But the cutest part came when Joan shared how the two of them handled the rumor storm
Chalk
privately.
joked that if people were going to assume they broke up every time they missed a photo opportunity, they might as well carry portable lighting and a selfie stick wherever they go. Joan laughed and said she could already picture him dramatically posing in grocery stores, airports, and even parking lots, yelling, "Take the picture before they think we broke up again." Their humor softened everything. Their honesty strengthened everything. And their connection, still intact, still glowing, won back every doubting fan. As the day went on, Joan continued to reassure supporters that she and Chalk were doing just fine. Not perfect, not polished, not Instagram-ready every second, just real. And maybe, she said, that's what makes this chapter so special. The truth wasn't dramatic. It wasn't messy. It wasn't heartbreaking. It was hopeful. Two people figuring out love at a stage of life where many believe love has already passed them by. Two people choosing each other even when distance, schedules, and public pressure try to complicate things. Two people proving that romance doesn't fade with age, it deepens. As fans watched Joan speak with such softness, such sincerity, the entire rumor storm began to fade. Support poured in again. Edits, reels, TikToks, sweet messages, and heartfelt comments filled timelines everywhere. People weren't talking about a breakup anymore. They were talking about resilience, about commitment, about the beauty of starting over no matter your age. And maybe, just maybe, about how love stories written later in life hit differently. Slower, sweeter, warmer, truer. By the time Joan finished addressing everything, one thing was clearer than ever. Joan and Chalk weren't going anywhere. Not today, not tomorrow, not anytime soon. Their chapter is still unfolding. Their bond is still deepening, and their story, unexpected, heartwarming, imperfect, and very, very real, is far from over. So whether they end up walking down the aisle or simply walking side by side for the rest of their lives, one truth remains unshaken. This couple is still together, still committed, still choosing each other. And that, more than anything, left fans smiling, relieved, and ready to cheer them on in whatever comes next. If you enjoy heartwarming Golden Bachelor updates, make sure to follow along for more stories, more relationships, more surprises, and more journeys that prove love isn't just for the young, it's for anyone brave enough to believe in it again. Thanks for watching Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.